Prime one, that's him. Sky. Thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball. You goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, but I can't cap. Strap with it on my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah, it just hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my fan before me and I gotta mention. I keep an air fan tone mob a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops, I get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try to see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a crook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone out the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. We are back. I am Bogard, Scott-Free. Joined along with me is the savage panel of playmakers. My man, Kid a Cat, the cat man himself. Our man, Guccini, JD, Hard to Start, representative to the fullest. Shout out to the gang. And our man to the ear to the streets, Lee.
What's up, fellas? Happy Divisional weekend.
Hey, happy Friday,
I thought you would be a little bit more sad than that, man.
I'm hoping, yes, my Chargers lost, but we're in the playoffs and fight those Jets. So, okay.
Oh, he's still finding a way to throw a shot at the Jets. And
go ahead, hate on the Jets.
Happy Friday and welcome to another edition of Awake
Your Game
Up, man. Wake your motherfucking game up, dog.
Hey, wake him up, y'all.
Come on now.
You know what, Lee? You want to wake him up, cuz?
Straight to it, baby.
All right. The word on the street here in Texas and around the league. Colorado head coach Deion Sanders would almost certainly accept the Cowboys head coaching job if it's offered. But there are questions about whether Sanders is using Dallas as leverage in negotiations with Colorado.
I mean, we saw Jim Harbaugh do this
Indeed.
for a couple years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jim Harbaugh like, I can go back to the NFL, and then like Michigan be like, you know what, I'll give him what he wants, and then
Waiting for
he finally won one. He was like, I'm done.
Well, Aaron Rodgers says there's been limited contact with the Jets since the season ended.
They changed the number.
Now
have the direct line to Woody Johnson no more.
he probably changed his number.
Sorry,
Brian
Woody
said,
is not
"Woody, no more."
accepting any phone calls at this moment.
Yeah. Well,
This
there's
number
chatter
cannot
in
be accepted as dial. Please hang up the phone and try again.
What's up, Jay?
What up, Jay?
Plug.
Plug is said, man, y'all watch out for James Cook's feet heat tomorrow, man.
Okay.
Plug it and cooked up for James Cook, man. We gonna be watching it.
Oh, I'm gonna be checking those bad boys.
You got the ill playoff joints. Okay.
Come on now.
Man,
Well,
shout out
there's
to Plug and
chatter.
Plug.
There's chatter in the NFL circles about the Jets hiring Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores as their head coach and pairing him with Ryan Grigson as the GM and quarterback coach Josh McCown as an offensive coordinator.
See, that's the thing too. Is I think that's. I mean, you need someone like Brian Flores who's been trying to work his way back into the head coaching gig because they kind of stained his name by blackballing him.
Oh, and it was because of Tua, though, the way that he took it. Because that team he took over, that Miami team was all right. It wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? And you see what happened when Mike McDaniel came. It was just a handling of Tua. That's really what it was.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that he was trying to sue them, remember?
Yeah, that's because they wanted him to forcefully lose, and he doesn't.
But he had signed in there an NDA, which his lawyers admit that he can't talk about that. So once he signed, he agreed to this, that there was some quote unquote bonuses for him if he was to lose the game.
Yeah, right, 100%. And what coach is going to stand by that, though?
And he took Mike Tomlin.
You don't stand by that shit, man. I don't care if you're going to give me $3 million. I can't preach this to my players, bro.
Yeah. So then he gets fired. I mean, obviously, and this is why he was trying to file a lawsuit. But then that shit gets they withdraw the lawsuit. And it takes Mike Tomlin to bring him in and be like, you're going to be one of my assistants / DC or whatever it was. Then he parlayed that back into an actual DC gig with these Vikings. You know what I mean? And last year he had them right. And this past season, same thing, got, 14 and whatever it was. So I think it would take someone like him who's looking for another opportunity versus anyone else is going to want to pick their staff. Maybe not the GM, but you know what I mean? Like they're going to want to bring in their own guys. So I think it would take someone like Brian Flores to be like, okay, as long as I can get in the building and I'm the head coach, go ahead and throw the pieces together.
But
whip it up.
What they're saying is Ben Johnson is basically, they're already in contract talks. Basically, they're discussing what the parameters would be, but they can't announce it anytime soon until after the playoffs, right?
Yep, or until the 2-week period between if they get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that little block right there.
Aaron Glenn prefers the Jets or the Saints for a head coaching job.
He probably likes the defensive personnel over there.
And Robert Saleh's name is the name to watch for the Jaguars head coaching job.
We would like that for our IDP pieces over there too. You know what I mean? Because it's only an attractive spot over there for Robert Saleh too, because Robert Saleh, you know what I mean? That's another one of those coaches where you're the offers you're gonna get are the teams that kind of they're at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Old man Bill Belichick still hasn't signed his contract at UNC. It's yet formally signed just yet. So
what do old men do when they retire?
They go fishing. I think he's a fisher.
Yeah, go to fucking Florida and pick up the Jacksonville Jaguars, Belichick. Do it.
That and pick up younger chicks.
For what it's worth, yes, I love the Texans down there, but that division is wide open, and that's kind of Belichick's bag.
Notre Dame defensive coordinator Al Grodin is the front runner for the Bengals DC job.
I mean, shit, that sucks that they moved. Oh, I want Luan Romo, or whatever his name is.
Oh, he got
Plug and said the Rodgers needs to go to the Saints. We are all about bringing washed up dudes to our squad. And then he said his cleats are guaranteed TDs. Riggin for Fatty said, go ahead and just take the whole Viking staff. Why don't you? And then we got covered in the building, top of the moon and Albert.
Speaking of Chris's Vikings, Kevin O'Connell said he had great dialogue with ownership on extension talks. Now, yesterday it was a different story, but today is a new story.
Yeah, and then we also got news that JJ McCarthy looks like he's going to be on pace because remember he had a bit of a setback.
And he was practicing doing off-field drills yesterday. So
Yeah, and as good as Sam Darnold played, I think I'm gonna argue it was the system and the weapons. And people are gonna think that's annoying because that's the same argument they try to put on my man the Brock, who's actually good.
The Chargers are making their main priority to re-sign offensive linebacker Khalil Mack this season. That's their main tattoo they want back.
Their main?
Well, they want to bring him back. They think he's the key to that's what Jim and
he didn't
Ortiz want back.
He don't even play a full complement of the snaps, so I don't think it would be that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to bring back Glass Joey. Bodie, please take Glass Joey. I do not want this ass anymore.
Why you trying to give me all your Chargers? You already we gave us Staley. They cursed us all the way.
You can take the Glass Bosa.
We don't want that bad down there.
Keep those polo jeans too.
They come up with bad juju.
Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence.
You know what Catherine's giving it? You can still send them because it's from Catherine. How about that? It's not from the Chargers.
Well, Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence hopes the new coach can come and give the overall culture in the building a boost.
You know what's crazy is it's the ownership too. Like this guy's head is tied in with his son and the wrestling and
business.
Like it's kind of. It's not enough football shit going on over there. And like, you got to start winning for you to be a draw. I mean, because you had Trevor Lawrence there.
The fucking GM is in fucking Jacksonville. Fuck him.
Yeah, Trent Baalke. Yeah, fuck Trent Baalke.
Fuck him, bro. That's why it's a shit show. Shad Khan is trying to make sure that he gets somebody in there that can run the fucking team to where all he do is just show.
They should have brought it.
Man,
why did Trent Baalke? Oh, no, Baalke fired.
Idiots, bro. Fuck him.
Fired Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. Packers running back Marshawn Lloyd believes he can help out starting running back Josh Jacobs next season. He thinks he could be a bigger asset than he was this year.
I mean, because he was zero asset this year.
Exactly. Now, Giants defensive end Azeez Ojulari, if I said that right, is excited about his first opportunity at free agency and where he's going to land.
Man, come to the Niners, baby. We don't want Joey Bosa, but we want someone like Azeez Ojulari.
No, I want the boy from Penn State. That 11th pick got some ammo to move up.
Listen, I'll take any good pass rusher.
Man, that boy from Penn State, whatever that boy name is,
Abdul
Carter, bro.
He's going to go top 3.
Huh?
He's going to go in the top 5, man.
Yeah, top 5? I don't know if he gonna go top 3 because you still got Travis Hunter and them quarterbacks that might get elevated. So we might got a shot.
Now the name to watch, they say is Jalon Walker, the kid from Georgia. They say he's the scariest linebacker.
He plays the pass rusher, or he's a tackling type linebacker, like a middle.
I don't know. They're comparing him to Micah Parsons and also Roquan Smith.
He's a do-it-all then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're saying he's a top 8 pick.
Last name is Walker.
Yeah, his name is Jalon Walker.
Jalon Walker. Shout out to Brett.
Shout out to the homie Juan.
That might be somebody that we might be eyeing at the 8. You said he's a top 8, so we all.
They're saying he's worth the top. He's worth the top 8 pick.
Fuck, bro.
If he falls, where we at?
They're
11?
saying
We're at 11 or 12.
They're saying he's a linebacker that can completely change an NFL linebacker's room.
Talk about it. That's big, bro. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need.
And his comparisons are Micah Parsons.
We need Bill Belichick.
We need Bill Belichick.
A man can dream. Bill Belichick has the DC.
Well, Jim Harbaugh is going to be a walking wounded during the offseason.
I mean, he's an old man. And
he's going to have a cardiac habilitation and a hip replacement in the offseason.
Oh, shit.
He's like, you know what? He's like Doc in Back to the Future. He's just going to get a tune-up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to get somebody. He's not a little, he can walk those sidelines a little better, not gingerly.
We got the Ginger Ninja in the building.
What up, Dennis?
Hey, top of the morning.
Top of the top,
yeah,
man.
It's a little cold in Minnesota today. God damn.
It's cold through the whole fucking.
I saw that, man. Minus 36 was like, damn, God, that's going through.
Unless you're in South fucking Florida or down there where Peacock is, where it's nothing but humidity. Everywhere else in America is colder than a motherfucker, man.
Man, Peacock better bundle up those money makers for hands this tomorrow.
Oh, that's my upset of the week.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ain't no to top 3 in takeaways, top 2 in them sacks, bruh. 100%. They gonna be able to score with these boys, man. I'm telling you, I think Houston, this is where the motherfucking dynasty started.
I am going to be a Texans fan for 3 to 4 hours tomorrow, man.
Let's go, Houston. 100%.
I'll have to set my Facebook emoji to a Texans flag tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Just for 4 hours.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Fuck Mahomes. He's going down tomorrow. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, man.
Hey, if they get that defense that showed up against my Chargers, it's literally lights out.
Bro, these facts.
Listen.
They gonna play them boys good tomorrow, bro. Tomorrow, excuse me. Today.
But see, here's the thing, though. Here's what the Texans got going against them, because they're not just playing the Chiefs, they're playing against the
referees.
That's I'm telling you, they just want them to go 3 in a row. You know what though? It's just someone go see who's Drake's betting on.
Right.
Drake's betting on Texas.
Only time I'm putting Drake's name in my search bar is to find out the fuck shit that he's doing, because he, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Never mind. This dude is a weirdo, bro. Oh my God. The King Jinx, though. I thought I was the King Jinx. He is the King the king of all jinxes, bro. 100%.
Expensive jinx.
Oh, really?
Man.
Whatever team he bets on, you bet on the opposite team.
All right. That's cool.
Facts, bro.
Knock 2 birds out with 1 stone.
100%.
Hey, listen, he'll be like 200,000. Oh, he did win on the Ravens last week. He said he put 210,000 on the Ravens, and I was like, oh no. But then they went out and handled business. That it was the Steelers, right? You know what I mean?
All right, fellas. Do you know who Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson played in their inaugural game in the NFL?
Who they played?
Who do they play against?
Each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. It wasn't the inaugural game.
It was their first NFL game, I believe, wasn't it?
I want to say it was 2019 they opened it. Oh, was it 2018? I think it was. Here's the thing, because remember 2018, he didn't open up. I think you're talking about as starters.
As starters, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2019, because that was the game where Hollywood Brown's a rookie, but he had like 2 big touchdowns in his first game of his career. And that was the first game of the Lamar Jackson MVP campaign, the first campaign.
Matter of fact, I need Lee. What's the word on the other Ravens wide receiver? Zay
Flowers. He's going to be a game time decision because he didn't practice at all this week.
And they said they're probably not going to practice him at all this week.
Looks like I'll be getting another 3 points for just having a player on my team if they go.
It's worth it.
Shit, motherfucking Zay.
Man, I thought I did like enough waivers, and I was like, motherfucker, I missed out on hella fools.
Oh my mama,
like 30.
30.
If I needed to fill like 5 spots, I probably should have claimed like 30 players. You know what I mean?
Roger Goodell just said it's the logical step is for the NFL to expand to an 18-game regular season, maybe next year.
So what are we gonna do? 2 bye weeks?
No, you might have to be for sure. They're taking one of the preseason games.
I gotta take a preseason game away. That makes sense.
We definitely got to take away one of them.
That's kind of crazy. Let's do it.
Hey, how do you go on the fan tracks? Because like how you was just saying about putting in for 30 players, right? So that's exactly what I was doing, right? But I didn't know if I was duplicating, because I did it like I did my waivers 2 days in a row, and I couldn't remember on what players I put waivers in for, right? So is there a way you can find out who you put the waiver in before the waiver transactions happen?
Yeah, where is it? You gotta look. You gotta look in the pending transactions. Where is that at?
I know.
What the hell?
Yes, and if you do have, because you can make a duplicate, that is true, because I did see one duplicate in one of my things, and I deleted it. I don't think it matters if you have duplicates.
It's not going to count. It's not going to count as a turn.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I just want to know. I just want to see the players that I put in for, especially if there's some players that I didn't put in for that I'll, what I mean, instead of just
exactly. Because then, like, it's funny too, because like every time I switch from league to league, it's like I'm relearning it again. I'm like, okay, what players are here in this one? You know what I mean? Then look at what. Then I started to realize, like, okay, I'm really just funneling through, like, at this point, we're funneling through, like, maybe 60, 70 existing players. You know what I mean?
Right. Minnesota Den said, man, how y'all let me get Danielle Hunter in the 4 playoff league? Couldn't believe that he was still in the waivers.
I mean, you know what's funny? I actually picked him up and then I cut him for someone else. Like at one point yesterday, it dawned on me, it's like, let me go try to grab hella Chiefs and try to grab hella. Let me just go heavy on who I think is going to win the games. It's my bad, Peacock. But this might work for him because I'm usually a jinx.
We got my dog ATE all through the experience, a Heart to Star representative, man. What's going on?
All through the experience, man. Shout out to ATE, man.
100%, man. That's a Heart to Star representative. That's Wax little bruh right there, man.
Yeah, big up.
That's it. What's up, Song? We got Song in the building. What's up, gang?
What up, MC Cool in the building? He's
it
cool.
Should say pending transaction at the top of the homepage. Okay, good looking.
Go. Yeah, appreciate you, Song. Yeah, and then boom. Yeah, I mean, and you know what? For what it's worth, too, is like if I swear, if Sleeper offered the playoff platform, bro, everybody would be playing playoff leagues, bro.
That'll be coming here pretty soon. Sleeper taking over, bro. They not gonna let any type of fantasy shit slide by they motherfucking ass. 100%. I bet you that shit coming. Because they got like a DFS like type thing. Because when you be in your league, it'll ask you, oh, you think this player gonna go over for 50 yards, 55 yards. You can go do that shit. And I think you could put money on your fucking Sleeper account now.
It just depends.
Yeah, you can, I believe. Yeah.
So they not playing.
So what y'all overall thoughts on which one is the first game tomorrow? Is that the Chiefs?
It's going to be the first game is the Texans in Kansas City, I believe, at 3:30.
Let's go. My prediction gonna be the first prediction. The first game to come that's gonna be on TV and watch. I'm telling you, it started there, it's gonna end there, bro. 100%, man. Oh, Lee, did you go over what they said about Watson and how him and Stefanski was on bullshit?
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
goodness.
Oh shit!
Man, this boy Watson was on some fuck shit his whole time over there, bro.
Oh shit, he ain't fucking. I do remember there was one point where he had an injury, and they were like, they were like, yeah, he's good to go, and he's like, I'm not good to go.
No, he was supposed to be in a walking boot for 3 months, and he wasn't wearing it all the time.
Damn, what a fucking idiot!
That's why they can probably void the $92 million in guarantees.
Because what happened was
he is trying not to play. He's like, give me the money though.
Yeah, he's taking these lavish vacations though. You see, all right. Zay Flowers just came out. He did not practice today, so it's basically looking like
he's poo-poo for this weekend.
Yeah.
Who played tonight?
What about Mixon?
He's a game time decision.
Did they have practice report on him?
They say he was limited.
He's limited, and there also came out. He said he's a game. I said it out this morning.
He said he's a game time decision now. Damn.
Yeah. But I have a funny feeling he's gonna play.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
A funny feeling like it's because that would have been if he's the game time decision, that would entail there's some kind of setback. But if it happened yesterday, we would have known because they were mandated to tell us. You know what I mean?
All right,
all those years in Cincinnati, he's gonna have an advantage.
My picks for the weekends: I got the Bills upsetting the Ravens. I got the Texans beating the Chiefs. I got the Commanders beating the Lions in an upset.
Is the Bills? Would that be an upset? Aren't they? They're not favored at home.
I think
and
they were
a better record throughout the season. Like I feel like they should be on paper the overdog.
But no, that's just my picks.
Okay.
That's my picks.
I'm with you though. I think the better.
And I got the Rams beating the Eagles.
I like that one a lot because I have all these Rams everywhere. But at the same time too, I've been saying this, and this also goes back to JD having them as his pick to come out of the West. He ran in the offseason. But just once they got into the playoffs, I'm like, this is the dangerous team because they actually have been there and won it in recent history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like even for Sean McVay, this will make his third, if he makes it, be his third Super Bowl. And
this time they got Puka.
Well, it also depends on what kind of Cooper Kupp we're gonna get. We haven't seen much of Kupp.
They got Puka.
Yeah, they got Puka,
and they got Kyren, and this is where it's like. And what's crazy is they do got crazy pass rush over there with the Eagles. You know what I mean? So for that line to be what it is. You know what I mean?
Now, the practice reports I did have for the weekend was for the LA Philly game. Sean McVay said, let's see, you got Bobby Wagner is going to play this weekend. Also, I know that.
Expecting that.
Commanders.
Tyler Higbee is going to go this weekend.
Yeah, I mean he played last week too. So
Mecole Hardman is not playing for the Chiefs.
they're gonna save him.
You got Chris Jones that's back. That's a big one for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and another
Pacheco and Mahomes are off the injury list too, but they were just on there for shits and giggles.
And there's another one, this low key man. His name is Jalen Watson, bro. He was the rookie cornerback,
and they're saying he's a question mark. He may not play.
Who? Jalen Watson?
Jalen Watson, yeah.
Because he was a full go all week. So I was thinking like, because man, when he went down like week 6 or whatever it was, and even for being a rookie, he was getting picked on quite a bit, but he was giving up like a 54% catch percentage. So
and Azeez Al-Shaair is questionable.
What they were saying about Watson is, bruh, him and Stefanski wasn't beefing. It was beefing.
Oh, yeah, they were beefing all year long.
He didn't respect the Stefanski. Bruh wasn't even trying to partake in Stefanski's system. A wide zone play action scheme, 100%. Yeah. I'm watching the story right now. I kind of breezed through it yesterday, but it's a story from The Athletic. And it's basically breaking down how Watson completely disrespected Kevin.
Stefanski.
Yeah, 100%. Bro.
And Stefanski's a winner. You know, and
she's crazy. Hey, Renegade, I sent you the invite, man. Check the group chat. Renegade want to pull up on the show. So everything.
And you know what? Here's the thing, too. When you think about it, like, for something like a Kevin Stefanski, you would think, man, Watson, this would help them tremendously. You don't have to depend on winning the game, being the sole reason you win the game. You got a team around you, a system that's proven.
Everything I'm seeing is they're saying Cam Ward's going number 1.
Whoa.
Yeah, I would say. Who got it? Tennessee, right?
Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah, come on. They're gonna get their guy. This their chance. They got a new regime in there that's only a year old in there. You know what I mean? With the Callahans.
Yeah, that would be my first pick, and then
so that would be Travis Hunter number 2.
Back in this draft.
What, Travis Hunter number 2?
He's going to the Patriots.
Yeah, I believe
I have the Arizona wide receiver going to the Patriots.
Yeah, I like Hunter to the Patriots for sure.
Yeah, because now they got a wide receiver also.
Yeah. Polk is gonna take a step up next season.
I thought you said something.
The other guy that they drafted last year,
like a wide receiver.
Who, Baker?
Baker and Polk. They should be able to make adjustments and improve their game over offseason.
Now all of a sudden you have a 3 wide receiver set that's like decent, right?
Yeah. Polk is a pretty good receiver, and Baker, he's got
the size.
I think he was drafted as a raw
prospect
skill set, anyways. So they gotta refine his technique. Maybe
like
that's
Marvin
what the head coach. Maybe that's what the head coach can bring. Maybe they instead of having a defensive minded system, that they get to an offensive minded system, and they get back to scoring, at a league average rate rather than this bottom of the barrel. One of the worst offenses is in the league. They get back to scoring some touchdowns. But the pieces that they have, they're young and they're not scrubs. Those receivers that they got in that draft last year, I do like them. I think they're gonna improve. So I don't know. I think Hunter.
The question is who do they bring in for an OC? You think they got to bring in McDaniels?
I don't know. I don't.
I've heard McDaniels maybe, but I don't think they're gonna bring back.
I think McDaniels is good as an OC. Head coach, different story. But
he's terrible.
Yeah, and
I think it's gonna be whatever squad he's on. He's got to have that chain of command mentality where it's like you can't act like you're the head coach or any of that stuff on the field. Because I've heard that this guy, he walks around practice with a chip on his shoulder, and he doesn't treat the other the players like men. Like he treats them like
he tried to turn Vegas into New England.
He tries to treat them like pieces, or just like. Not necessarily individual.
Well, did you see that thing on this? I sent you about Vrabel's gonna try to bring over AJ Brown.
I mean, everybody wants AJ Brown.
Yeah, and like that's
ain't gonna happen.
I don't know.
Billy ain't gonna let that go.
Is gonna like that.
Jalen
Hurts is gonna go. You can't take my best receiver away.
Yeah,
what have I got to work with now?
That's probably what the question was.
Then let first go.
Yeah. I mean, and welcome to the stream too, my brother. How you feeling?
You know
what I mean? You know what I mean? Divisional round. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But
I don't see the Eagles getting rid of Jalen Hurts' guy.
The whole core is paid right now, even Devontae. So Devontae, even a bum ass Goddard is paid over there. So
yeah, they paid him up.
Yeah, and Hurts is paid. So they're yeah. But I think the question was probably asked to Vrabel, like what happened there, and like would you?
Oh yeah. Hypothetically, if I'm making the moves, I'm actually trying to get AJ Brown, not trade him.
Yeah,
that might have been the hypothetical, like, hey, this is what I think about that trade.
He will trade from AJ Brown, like
right.
Yeah, I like shit like that though, because I create shit like that. Like, for example, before they fired McCarthy, I was like, they're going to fire McCarthy. They're going to bring in Sanders, and they're going to trade Dak to, like, one of them ones. Like, if Tennessee's interested in Ward, then probably didn't scratch them off the board. Maybe they trade him to the Raiders or whatever. And then
who really wants that contract, though? I think the Cowboys going to have to eat a lot of that guarantee, right?
And I think Uncle Jerry would do it.
Yeah.
All right, the Chiefs are going to play Joe Tooney at left tackle tomorrow.
They've been moving him from right to
with
left.
DJ Humphrey, because DJ Humphries is healthy.
Yeah,
that would be the most Cowboy things to do is go, okay, we want Dion, we want Prime.
And Prime wants his son.
I guess he comes with Prime. But I don't think Shador is a quarterback that these NFL teams are going, man, that's our future 10-year quarterback.
Is Dak that?
He was.
He was.
He just got paid
9 years of Dak
a year. I mean, that's got to say something. What is it? 4 or 5 year contract, 4-year contract, $60 million on average. He got a 4-year extension or deal for $240.
Yep.
So those 4 years on top of his first 6 years, I mean, like that's 10 years, right? He's been in the league for 6 years, I think, right? This is somewhere around there. 5 years.
This is his 10th season he's going into.
Fuck, he's already been in 9 seasons.
2016. Remember, him and Zeke came in the same year.
Wow.
He was the 4th round pick that year.
I drafted him as a rookie. That's wild.
And he got in there because Romo went down in the preseason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in this league it was draft after all the preseason. It was like a few days before the first game of the week. And then I had already came up with the idea that even if Romo comes back, I don't even know if that was an option. But the way that Dak was able to go up to the line of scrimmage, change the call, move the offensive line, set men in motion.
Kind of what you pointed out with Bo Nix.
He literally had that like composure of a starter in his freaking preseason rookie year. I was like, this guy's probably going to be the guy in Dallas for the season, no matter what happens to Romo.
Yeah.
And I think he had a pretty good rookie season. I don't remember all the stats, but
he went 12-4, but I think he had like 15 passing touchdowns. It went because it was remember Zeke was behind that line at that time. That line, like just the year before that, for them to get the number 4 overall pick, they even what's his name? Run DMC had 1,000 behind that line. You know what I mean? And fucking Darren McFadden, man. Shout out to Run DMC.
All right, here's a little update with you on Ben Johnson. about 17 minutes ago, the Jaguars have made a significant positive improvement towards hiring Ben Johnson the last 24 hours, while the Raiders have seemed to.
That's a lot better.
Ben Johnson was on everybody's radar.
But I'm just saying though, because I'm
the Raider news is starting to die down. Their pursuit of Ben Johnson now.
So even my Jets were on him.
Here's the thing: if Ben Johnson gets with Trevor Lawrence, and for our Brian Thomas Juniors, and and for ETN, all that, like we want that for that offense because then we can get some fantasy out of that motherfucker consistently.
Dude, yesterday I fucked my back up, so that's why I got a little different setup because I'm trying to keep elevated. I got these like bar stools that I'm sitting on rather than down low on that sofa over there.
Yeah,
I'm still barking. I just popped a few of these Excedrin. Hopefully they start kicking in. Motherfuckers barking like hell.
You got hurt on the job?
Yes. But I didn't report it, so I'm about to go back to work and get real hurt on the job.
Yeah, you got to make sure you fire that workers' comp up, big bro. Hey, don't never. Oh, you know what, big bro? I meant to ask you too, kid. So I just watched something on Joe Rogan podcast, right? And I didn't know Walt Disney passed away from lung cancer, right? So what I heard was on Joe Rogan is that they cropped out all his pictures with the cigarette in his hand. So that 2-finger thing, then with cigarettes, what do you say? Photoshopped out. So the 2-finger shit is really him holding the cigarette instead of
shit.
Yeah,
okay. I see that. I didn't know that. That's something that I wasn't briefed on. That's pretty cool though.
That shit is crazy, huh?
I see Walt Disney smoking a cigarette like, you know what we need.
In every picture, that when Tom Hanks played Walt Disney. Who played Walt Disney in the movie?
Oh, I think it was Tom Hanks.
Let's go with it. I feel like Tom Hanks would be a great Walt Disney.
Famous picture, like what Tom Hanks is doing this, is really because of bruh had the cigarette. That's all. He was a chain smoker. 100%.
Did the Disney company edit photos of the founder smoking? That's funny. Yeah, because all you gotta do is put smoking and Walt, and he does have a cigarette, and he was doing everything. He was sitting there drawing up plans. He's looking at the project board. He's walking around the park pointing at shit. He's got a cigarette everywhere. That's funny. I mean, back in the day, they didn't know the health, like it was gonna fuck you up like that. I don't think that didn't come out till 1960s, maybe 70s.
Yeah, but then still, though, when you watch old cut-ups of football, and even in the 80s, they were still marble billboards and shit. You know what I mean? Because the motherfuckers, it wasn't until the 90s that I remember all the Truth commercials and all that. And then you had to put it on the labels in other countries. Like you go to another country, I think I was like 18 first time I ever went to like another country, because I ain't even never been to the PI, but I was in Mexico. We was partying and shit and bought some cigarettes out there, and it'll just have deformed babies on there and shit, and fucking lungs all fucked up. They put that shit on the packaging because that was part of like, all right, this is the warning, right?
Hey, they even had a company called Will's Cigarettes back in the day, and guess who was the logo?
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse and Walt sitting there. Look at this.
Okay.
That's
I think there was something else in Walt's cigarettes though. Walt might have had his cigarettes in some wet or something.
I just sent the video that I watched to the group chat. Check the group chat when y'all get a chance. I sent that video to the motherfucker, the clip of the Joe Rogan podcast.
Hey, that was in 1931 when they had that.
Damn, when did he die?
It was like 67 or something, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because he didn't get a chance to see Disney Land. Which one he didn't get a chance to see?
Walt Disney World.
It was World, okay.
It was 67 or 57.
Yo, y'all may end up seeing me lock someone up today. I'm looking for someone.
Oh, we got a viral moment.
Okay,
all right, here we go.
We got a viral moment. As long as you don't pull out the gun, we gonna be okay.
Yeah, just don't, you know what I mean?
Don't pull out your gun. Pull out your taser.
It was December 15th, 1966.
Is when he passed away?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, my mama.
Yeah, just don't pull out the strapola on screen.
Hey, we praying that you don't find, bro. It's Friday. Yeah. Let him live. It's the week. In jail, bro. The fucking judges are off probably about 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? They like to go home early on Friday, so we don't want people to stay in jail over the weekend. Get his ass on Monday. That way he can bail out, big bro.
Yeah.
Look at him. I don't give a fuck.
I am just saying. Listen, I don't care about that money. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm getting him. He going to jail today.
He just said it too. He's like, y'all might see me in locked. He's put it on the schedule.
Chris said New England wide receiver Jalen Polk had the most statistically bad rookie season in NFL draft round history. Terrence Marshall was a worse prior. Yeah, Terrence Marshall, and he was a second wide receiver though.
So was Polk.
Oh, so Polk was in the second round too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Who had it? Shit, McMillan ended up being the boy out of there.
Yeah.
Out of what is it called? The Huskies.
Odunze, Polk, and McMillan.
Yeah.
Odunze still.
McMillan's
what I like about the New England team is now they. I think by the time they had Drake May starting these games, they already had their wide receiver room solidified, and then they realized that the rookies, both of them, they needed to work to get their spot on the roster. They weren't just going to get it
and Drake May just
their draft capital.
I feel like I saw a ton of flashes with Drake May too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Drake May is going to be. I think he's going to be all in quarterback for the future.
Yeah, they definitely got their quarterback. You know, just this.
That's who Josh McCown should be with. Like, see that, like this is why I don't like the idea of Josh McCown being when they're talking about him potentially being the OC and for the Jets of whatever head coach they bring in.
Well, Josh McCown has an interview with the Jets today for the head coaching job.
Is that right?
I was going to say that would make sense because it seems like something dumb. It seems like something really dumb, and I feel like the Jets that's right up their alley.
Hey Lee, who's the front runner for Chicago, big bro?
Mike McCarthy.
Is that right?
Yeah,
as it stands right.
He had an interview today.
I ain't mad at that. I hope that happens for sure.
I'm hoping no one look. They was talking about trying to get what's name Cliff.
Cliff, yeah.
Did he interview? I thought he interviewed.
No, they can't interview
because they can't interview him because in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But Mike McCarthy is rumored to be their front runner.
And here's the thing: is because they probably don't want to wait, and then this would be their chance to get an actual successful coach, quote unquote, a winning coach.
And he knows that division quite well.
Yeah, 100%. And at the same time, too, he could bring in Zimmer because you know what I'm saying he already just had Zimmer. Even though Zimmer was talking about maybe potentially retiring, he got a staff, is what I'm saying. And then,
okay.
But going back to this though, with the Cliff Kingsbury thing, is like we saw Ben Johnson for 2 years now get opportunities, but he stayed with because he liked what he got going with the Lions. I think Cliff might stay, especially if he starts looking at the opportunities out there. Like unless like the Jags all of a sudden are interested in him, I think you know what I mean. Like
I think Cliff would have to. He would have to have the opportunity to pick his quarterback. 100% to run that system. And if it ain't no quarterback gonna run his system, then he don't want that job.
And the Raiders could be interesting if you're talking Cliff, because remember they hired Cliff last year as the OC, but then when they're doing contract negotiations, he was like, "I want 3 years." They're like, "No, we want 2," and he was like, "All right, screw it." He goes to Washington, and it worked out.
Yep.
You saw what I sent you about Ben Johnson. They were told him he could have gone to Washington last year, but he wanted his own quarterback. When they was told on the way there to the interview, they turned the plane around when they told him they were drafting a quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these OCs that run a specific type of offense schematically, they definitely want their own quarterback. I mean, you see time and time again where you try and force this Kirk Cousins situation down in Atlanta. It doesn't pay out. Now you finna be on the hook next year, a dead cap for $90 million, 100%. You know, when you try,
unless they trade his ass, right?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a dead got a good bag over there.
No matter what, because you just traded him. You just signed him and you trade him. So it's gonna be a dead cap. So you got to take that, just like how Denver did with Russell Wilson last year. It's gonna be the same shit, but it's gonna be a little bit more.
And if you're someone like Cliff, who he had his first go at it and he had his guy. He
had a first round quarterback on his staff. I mean, on his roster.
Yeah, he only had one playoff appearance.
First round quarterback. That's why I said these type of OCs have to have a certain type of quarterback to run whatever the fuck I just said. My bad.
And it took him a while because here's the thing too: is like you had a rookie head coach and a rookie QB in Kyler Murray with Cliff Kingsbury. You saw them have to figure it out together for the first couple seasons. You know what I mean? Then even when they finally got into playoffs, you know, they figured out how to set a playoff record by having the shortest pick six ever. Remember that?
And the thing with Cliff is he's gonna have to do like what DQ did for him. DQ got the head coaching job, but his priority is the defense 100%. So when Cliff gets another job, his priority gonna have to be the offense, but he gonna have to bring somebody with stature and know what they doing on that defensive side of the ball. That way, that person could just run the defense 100%. Because what him and DQ got going is a match made in heaven, bro.
Yeah, because you got one to handle one side of the ball for real, because he gets to just focus and not be a head coach. That's why I think Cliff has a good gig going, especially if they if they get to at minimum the title game, bro. Like if they get past this round, bro, I don't think Cliff Kingsbury's leaving, bro.
I would.
Because then by then, go ahead.
What I want to happen is I want Philly to win. I want Philly.
Oh
to
wow,
win.
I ain't mad at you.
So we can stay in the conference, right? Also with the Ravens,
go ahead.
Big ass in the Super Bowl. That means we done lost five games for the season, right? That means, and if we win the Super Bowl, out of the 5 teams that beat us, 4 of them we got our fucking lick back. One of them we end up beating twice.
Y'all had to run that fade back, huh, bro?
The only team we're not gonna be able to play is Pittsburgh, because they got put out.
Oh my mom. We did the one show, me, you, Beastin, and Dreams. That's who I said it was gonna be a Pennsylvania Super Bowl. I said it was gonna be the Eagles and the Steelers, and like I said, I'm King Jinx. So you might not get a chance to see the Eagles, big bro. It might be y'all and the fucking Rams. Oh, everything. But as long as y'all get there, though, bro.
That game's going to be a shootout, I think.
The Rams game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be.
I like the Rams on the road because they just had a road game. Matter of fact, they played on a neutral site and destroyed them, bro. So they didn't. This their second game on the road in the playoffs. 100%. LA coming to play in Philadelphia.
It's gonna be cold.
And LA's got nothing to lose either. They're just playing with house money.
Yeah, I like LA.
They're trying to run it back, bro. Sean McVay, this will be his third.
So this is how dirty snow look like, though. When they get all old, it's no longer white.
It's browner than a motherfucker.
Yeah. That's the grime. That's that grimy snow.
That's that nasty.
Uh-huh.
You ain't lying. Yeah. And then is it supposed to be what? What's it supposed to be in KC's game?
Yeah. It's I'll check the weather.
Oh, and then we got the Lions game next week too, huh? I mean, not next week. Tomorrow night or Saturday night, I should say. Oh, tomorrow night. Yeah.
This week NFL games in the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know the order of the game. So it's the Texans, Chiefs, then Detroit.
I've seen you was right here earlier. You was I seen you about 8:20. You was standing.
All right, this is what the Weather Channel's saying for the KC Texans game. It's expected to be 23 degrees Fahrenheit with 0 chance, with winds about 30 up to 30 miles per hour.
Okay. Ooh. All right, here we go. It's gonna be a big defensive game.
Now for the Commanders-Lions game, that's a dome, so you don't have to worry about that. Rams-Eagles, it's supposed to be rain. 34 degrees with a 70% chance of rain. Now for the Ravens-Bills, it's going to be snowy. It's going to be minus. They say minus 12, and Josh Allen is 14-2 in games that it's below freezing.
It's a good stat.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's going to be a good game, I think.
Total red.
I'm like you found a guy.
He over there having a friendly conversation. We had to put your ass on mute, bro. Over there interacting with the public. My bad.
Yeah. But yeah, this is gonna be a big Lamar and them on the road. This one's gonna be real big. Pause. You know what I mean? Josh Allen, he seemingly is unaffected unless it's like, I mean, we've seen him play in some blizzards and be one of the only guys who throws a touchdown pass. You know what I mean? Really interesting. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm glad that the KC game is the first game tomorrow. Is that what it is? Is KC?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3:30.
Sure.
3:30, and then I think Sunday it's 2:00 my time and 2:00 and 5:00, I believe.
Okay. So what that'd be? 2:00 is on 11 our time.
12 o'clock for the our time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking the East Coast.
And that's
all right. So tomorrow is 3:30 p.m. Houston, Kansas City, Washington, Detroit at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man, my work, they approached me the other night. They were like, "Hey, you still want to do Saturday night, Sunday night off?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, way too late though. Over. Like, damn. So I don't know when I'm gonna be starting that shift, but I'm gonna hop on it as soon as I can. That way, next season at least I'll know Sunday nights I could fucking just rock with you all day. I don't have to do no fall asleep for 2 hours so I could have a little energy for work. Or cut it quits in the afternoon. Missed all the afternoon slates a couple times where I had some bullshit because Sunday night game starts and it's a late coach's decision or some game time decision and my fantasy pieces get pulled.
Facts.
Yeah.
Know how to get into the hand thing. Fuck it. In the play, y'all want to go over some of the playoff leagues?
Yeah, we can.
Scoring. There we go. Okay, so I'm in one. I think I'm in 1, 2, and 3. I'm in 1, 2, and 3. And scoring. In the scoring for the first league, number 1 league, you got Ear to the Streets with 230. You got me with 226. You got Minnesota Den with 226. You got Guru at 4th with 213. You got Bogey at 5th with 171. You got Peacock at 149. You got Diamond Joe at 118. And Joe's team, he got Kareem Hunt, St. Brown, and Worthy. That's their first game. You got Goddard, Kelsey, Mechie, Brian Robinson, Goff, Stafford, Aziz Shair, Louisville, Rose Boone, Van Noy, Jake Elliott, and the Eagles defense. And you got Peacock. Gonna go Baltimore defense.
I got 5 guys tomorrow. 5 on Saturday.
You got H2O, Roquan, Jack Campbell, Reed Blankenship, Noah Gray, JD5, Amelia Zacchaeus, Isaiah Likely, Ray Davis, Hollywood Brown, Jamison Williams, Devontae Smith, and Samaje.
I got 6 guys going tomorrow. That's what I got in one. 6 guys go. 6. I have 5 and the Detroit defense.
And that's in the number 1 league.
Yep.
So you got Henry, Bateman, McLaurin.
I got Henry, Bateman. I have tomorrow. I have McLaurin going. McLaurin, Ertz.
I'm on your team. Oh yeah.
McLaurin, Ertz, Mixon. Well, that kind of worries me right now, but hopefully he plays.
Mac Hollins, Jalen Hurts, DeMar Hamlin.
I got Kirby Joseph tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Quentin Lake, Bobby Wagner, Harrison Butker, and Detroit's defense.
Mm-hmm.
And we got here go Bogey's team. He got Gibbs, AJ Brown, Nakua, Diami Brown, Tyler Higbee, Isaiah Pacheco, Schultz, Mahomes, Stroud, Anzalone, Terrell Bernard, Justin Matabuke, Justin Reed, Jesse Bates, and Kansas City's defense. Then we got the Guru Nation, James Cook, Tim Patrick, Tupac Khalil Shakur, Ty Johnson, Dalton Kincaid, SLP, David Montgomery, Josh Allen, and Curtis Samuel, Nick Bolton, Warren Burks, Kyle Hamilton, and Matt Milano, Tyler Bass, and the Buffalo defense. He loaded up on Buffalo.
He sure did.
Well, Schultz is off the injury report. He's playing tomorrow.
And then you got Minnesota Den with Saquon, Nico, Amari, Keon, Coleman, Jahan Dawson, who had an appearance last week with a tutty, Denard Robinson, Juju on that beat, Kenny Pickett, Robert Woods, Allen. What's Allen's first name for the Redskins? The D tackle.
Jared Allen?
Good looking. Jonathan Allen, Will Anderson, Cam Curl, Drew.
Jared Allen ain't been in the league for a minute.
Facts. Justin Tucker and Houston's defense. And then my team is last. I got Kyron, Xavier Hutchinson, Cooper Kupp, Austin Eckler, Zay, Kenneth Gainwell, Nuke Hopkins, Lamar, Justin Watson, Zach, Brian Branch, damn it, what's bruh's name? Oh, Cam Kitchens. That's the boy from the U. Omar Spikes, IDP League, Cardi and the Rams. Cardi B, the kicker for the or Cardi J. That's what we gonna call Cardi J for the Rams, bro. Ooh,
Cardi.
Oh my mama, that's the number one league. You want to go over another league?
Yeah, we can do it. What other ones you in?
I'm in number 2 and 3. Y'all want to go over one that maybe start with maybe like 4 or 5 when we just bounce through them?
We can do it.
So who's in any you in 5 league?
I'm in 1.
You in 1? Okay, well shit. I'll run down number 3.
Let's do it.
Let's see who's number 3 is we got Song at number 1 with 258.
Nice.
We got me in second with 226. Okay. We got Jay Breezy 408 in third with 200. We got Bogey in fourth with 189. We got East Up 162 in fifth. We got Diamond Joe with 153. And then we got Minnesota Den with 153. Minnesota Den's team is James Cook, Keon Coleman, Nico, Hollywood Brown, Nuke Hopkins, Kelsey, Kupp, Noah Gray, Mahomes, Will Anderson, Anzalone, Christian Harris, Danielle Hunter, Justin Tucker, and the Rams defense.
So he might have expended a lot in the first round.
And we got El Domingo. If I said that right, please forgive me.
El Domingo.
Trying to get on it, man. Oh my mama. Got the Wi-Fi off.
We just throw the L in front of everything.
Come on now. Oh, everything. El Plaga. Man, we are highly connected around this motherfucker. You better watch you stay around this bitch, man. 100%. You know what I mean? We got Jimbo. Watch out, man, on everything.
We got Jimbo too.
Real talk.
Yeah, look at Jimbo. I got Jimbo right here. He's always watching.
Come on now. Oh my mama. Joe's team is Gibbs, Cooper, St. Brown, Kareem Hunt, Laporta, Montgomery, Pacheco, 85, Matt Stafford. Oh shit. Kyle Van Noy, Bobby Wags, Jake Elliott, and the Eagles defense. Is he missing some IDPs?
All right, here's some breaking news. Mike McCarthy's interview with Chicago went tremendously in quotes today.
Let's go. Everything.
They say he's the top candidate along with Ben Johnson.
Let's go. East of 16 got Justice Hill, Devontae Smith, Jamo, Dallas got hurt, Mac Hollins, Isaiah Likely, John Mechie, Jahan Dotson, Lamar, Brian Branch, Oren Burks. Who is this? Shamari Connor for the Chiefs. My first time hearing about bruh. Kirby Joseph, Bates, and the fucking Texans defense. You got Bogey's team is King Henry, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, Mark Andrews, Diami, Tim Patrick, Denard Robinson, Ray, Tyler Higbee. That's the second share of Higbee that I've seen. You got Nick Bolton. Got the boy Shamari Jones. No, that's Chris Jones. Excuse me, I'm tripping. Justin Matabuke, Christian Rosebroom, Cardi J, and Detroit defense. Jay Breezy. Jay Breezy is Kyron Puka, Zacchaeus, Nelson Aguilar, Tutu, Kincaid, Shakur, Jay Hurts, CJ, Jack Campbell, Kyle Hamilton, DeMar Hamlin, and Brian is his name? Oh, Nolan Smith, excuse me. Harrison Butker, the butt kicker, and the fucking Buffalo defense. My team is B-Rob, Mob. This is my second share of Xavier Hutchinson. I got the Scottish Slide, Teddy McLaughlin, Austin Eckler. I'm loaded up on the motherfucking Redskins. Zach Ertz, Young Zay, my second share of him. Samaje P. Ryan, Josh Allen, and Justin Watson. Damn, bro. If Washington don't win, I'm thundered in this league. Zach Bond, Freddie Laluvu, my boy Quan Morton, and Omar Spites, Tyler Bass, and Kansas City defense. Oh, I need Washington to win, bro. And we got Song in first place with Barkley, Bateman, Samuel, Ty Johnson, Joe Mixon, Dalton Schultz, Juju, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Alzei Shear. I said that wrong. Bernard, Simpson, Roquan Smith, Zane Gonzalez, and Baltimore's D. Yeah, I'm done if Washington lose, bro. And that was the League 3. So yeah, man, you see like motherfuckers that's like kind of like at the bottom. They got a lot of players that didn't play the wild card weekend, or they just loaded up on teams that got bounced out 100%. And then you see my team in this league, how I got a team in Washington who won their first week, but I'm loaded up on their motherfucking asses paws. And if if they lose this week, I'm scraping for crumbs. Because I got 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 Redskins on this Commandos on my mama, 100%. So yeah, this shit fire though, man. It keep you keep the season going. You know what I mean? This is my second time doing this shit. I love this shit. You know what I mean? Because it's still the same shit that we doing. 100% keep the motherfucking playoffs interesting. You know what I mean? On top of getting your fix in fantasy football 100%. Okay, I see you, son. Oh my mama. I need to stay lucky. Oh my mama, me too, bro. Nah, man, it's the Redskins, bro. If them motherfuckers hit, we hit. Everything or the Commandos. If it's win or go home for sure with me in this league. Oh my mama, right. Your team nasty too, though, bro. I gotta go back. Yeah, because you got a mixture. Barkley, Bateman, Samuel, 2 Bills. Oh yeah, you got a damn good mixture of your team, bro. Oh my mama.
Yeah, one of my teams, I only had to pick up one player. So I
You lucky motherfucker. That's a damn good draft right there, boy. Yep, I got Golf. Yep, I see him on here. Golf, you got the Golf and oh no, somebody. Oh no,
I dropped McMillan and picked up Ty Johnson to replace him. But I got that's a CJ Stroud. That's the one where I didn't draft Russell Wilson. I would have picked him up, but damn it, Steamboat. He didn't set up these leagues the right way. It's like a common thing with Steamboat. You don't know how to set up a damn league. You got Steamboat making doing the commissioner thing, and he can't even do it right. Can't do it the first time. Can't do it the second time. Can't do it the third time. Eventually, you got to yank it off of him. Say Steamboat can't be a commissioner anymore. But anyways, he didn't have the free agency set up till like hours before game time. I guess I should have been like everybody else and complained, but I didn't. I saw what the rules were, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just leave it alone because I was going to drop a Kincaid and pick up Wilson. And then because it went right over my head. I was like, I didn't realize that I was going to miss out on a quarterback. So I drafted Kincaid and Goddard back to back. And then once I realized that I couldn't pick up Russ after I drafted the 2 tight ends, I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I said, well, I'll drop one of the tight ends and then pick up Russ. And then it shows that the waiver won't be pushed through till the 15th. That's week 2. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'll just roll with it because I don't think Pittsburgh's going to win. But I feel like I could drop Kincaid and then he'll be there because Amari Cooper and a bunch of other Bills were out there still, and Kincaid really hasn't done anything all season, so I don't think he's super desirable to pick up. So I missed out on that because Russell Wilson statistically had a better game than Lamar Jackson. He had the 270 yards, the 2 touchdowns, so he put up some nice points. But I missed out because I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't gonna complain. If that's what the rules were, that's what the rules were. And then eventually somebody makes a mention of it, and then they make a free agency a couple hours before game time. And I wasn't paying attention. I had already had it in my mind that I just was rolling with my roster, and there's no point on looking at anybody. And I could have picked him up, but he didn't. When he made the change, he didn't announce any changes. He didn't do anything that you're supposed to do as a commissioner. I'm telling you, Steamboat, been playing this thing a long time. Should know how to do this by now.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on with the waivers, bro. I just thought that's how the playoff league worked because like I said, I was putting in waiver. I started dropping players on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Thinking the shit was gonna be Wednesday, like the regular like type fantasy like type season, and I didn't think nothing of it. I thought the shit was just gonna be Friday or whatever day it said. Like you said, it said the fucking 15th or the 16th, some shit like that. But I thought that's just the way that how that shit go. I didn't know it wasn't set up right or anything like that. Oh my mama.
All right, enough hating. It's all good now. I got Kincaid, and shit. Kincaid could go crazy, and and there's a possibility that somebody would have picked up Kincaid. They would have saw that he was targeted in the red zone and end zone, thinking that he's a nice little touchdown potential in a cold game. So if you're gonna throw the ball into the back of the end zone, you're usually targeting the tight end, which I can see that being a play that they run. You might be able to get a touchdown, but I don't like the usage. I started digging deeper, and I'm like, damn, Dawson Knox is on the field like 80% of the time, and then every once in a while they'll bring fucking Kincaid in, and he'll run routes, but he really ain't doing anything with his 20% snap share. So it is what it is. I shouldn't have taken Kincaid. I should have thought about, okay, what are the rules? I can't have any bench pieces, so I need to take Russ by this amount of players. I totally slipped my mind. I was like, Goddard is too good to pass up, so I just took him when he was available. I was like, I gotta get Goddard, and then I realized I was like, oh shit, that means I can't get Russell Wilson.
Damn.
Because I was playing the quarterback chicken race with Peacock in that league. Both him and I were going only one quarterback through most of that draft until we absolutely had no other options, and he went Bo Nix over Russell Wilson. So I was like, okay, I'll take Russell Wilson, because Baltimore really they've been susceptible. They've been giving up some points, and on the field, they definitely are the better team. But the fantasy production of Russell Wilson week 1 in the playoffs wasn't terrible at all. 270 yards and 2 touchdowns is nothing to shy away from. When Lamar had 170 through the air at 2 touchdowns, I don't know what he did on the ground, but statistically, the air yards, he beat him by 100. That's pretty good.
100%. We got our dog. He's a known face around here, man, for pulling up on us all the time, jumping on the stream. We got Ron in the building, aka Half of the Ignorant Thinkers podcast. What's going on, Ron? Happy Friday, big bro. Yes, sir.
It's Friday.
100%. Dirty Bird, stand up, man. My mama, man. We got national championship this week too, Monday. I think it's Monday. Everything, man. We got a lot of shit coming up.
Oh yeah, it's the Natties, right, on Monday.
I think so. I think it is on Monday. 100%.
Noticed about maybe 10, 11 bags of leaves out there. I was wondering if they could be picked up.
Yeah, so the playoff leagues is cracking right now, man. 100%. This shit doper than a motherfucker.
Yeah, definitely got to make sure I'm on the waivers next time, because no excuses. I know he was traveling, he was in and out the airports during that time before the kickoffs. But I was like, that was when I noticed it. I caught it when I did notice it, because it wasn't even necessarily me, because there was a lot of people telling me yo, how come I can't pick people up? I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Then once he did that too, there was a bunch of claims that people had in. So some people's players got dropped because they were just making claims thinking it'll go in next week, right? And it was like, yo, everyone pick your player back up. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah, but we got it right.
My back is fucking barking, damn it. Fuck. Got a whole weekend of just thinking about my back pain. This fucking sucks. It's I don't want to do shit. I gotta go to Walmart. I'm already thinking about my list. I was like, I guess I'm not gonna get anything heavy. I'm getting no cat litter or cat food or any of that stuff. I'll get some toilet paper and
get the essentials.
All that little stuff.
I mean, you gotta go in there tonight and fix it real good though.
I'm not letting wait for a couple days.
Do you do quite a bit of heavy lifting on the gig?
Yeah, oftentimes, yeah. If there's parts to be replaced, you gotta get some sometimes push them into place, or a lot of the times it's being contortion. You got to put your body in awkward positions in order to get to where the bolts or
area,
stuff like that, where you're oftentimes putting your body in awkward positions.
And
But
I done rode that ride just like a couple days ago. Oh yeah, hell of a time too. Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disneyland's one of those ones.
Disneyland's fun, man. Yeah, we didn't talk about our time, did we? We went we linked up, and then we walked around with the fam, and then eventually we broke away.
We had a power hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Yeah, look good.
we sat at the bar and we racked up a $280 tab. You know, we just kept them coming.
Yeah, and like we probably would have kept going if we didn't. But we both had a little bit kind of limited time, because I know you had an engagement coming up at that time, and then I was like, ride more rides. I was just like telling my girl, okay, oh, you're gonna ride another ride? Good, another round.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, and then like the Carl Stroud, am I saying that right?
Yep.
Yeah, the Carl Stroud IPAs, they kept me going all day because they were everywhere. Because we didn't get out of California till like, I don't know, maybe 8:30 or when does the color the World of Colors end?
I think the park closed at 9 that day, so it would have been like 8:30. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you guys did the whole California Adventure experience then that day, because on Monday the Disneyland Park, they closed at 10.
At 10, because
and then DCA closes an hour before Disneyland.
That's exactly how it happened. Because like we caught like the first like couple minutes of the World of Colors, and then but we didn't see it. And of course they change it up all the time, I'm sure. But so then we're like, okay, we got to get to the other side, because it was like 25 minutes to get on the Star Wars joint.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But when we got there, it wasn't even no 25 minutes. It was like we got on like 10 minutes. Because
what was the highlight for the kids, Bogey?
You know what's dope is like once we got my little man going, every day, because he's not necessarily a morning guy. We've noticed, especially because he'll stay up late too. And I'm like, bro, you gotta go to sleep because we got a big day tomorrow, type of shit. So the first day, even when I talked to Kid, the first day he's like, how was it? I was like, just a couple tantrums, you know what I mean? And he only had the one tantrum the next day, because he don't want. Because here's the thing, Mimi is pissing him the fuck off, because everybody's like, Trey, it's your birthday, and Mimi, my birthday too, Mimi's birthday, and like we're pushing him in a stroller, you feel me? And we got the skateboard woo-wop on the back of the stroller. So Mimi's sitting in the stroller singing, happy birthday to Mimi, happy birthday to Mimi. Hey, he's hot, man. My birthday.
He's like, it's my day.
He's just hoarding it on his birthday. But anyways, highlights definitely like the Cars ride, because we got to ride that shit a few times in a row. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, because then once I was feeling myself too, and you walk up to these joints and then they're like, boop, they scan you in. I tell Brett, hey, Brett, it looks like there's nobody around this motherfucker. I'm gonna come right back after this. He's like, yeah, it's cool. Like, word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You come back, just play it cool. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. We're just trying to ride this thing over and over as much as possible. Yeah, same thing with the Star Wars joint. Same, you know what I mean? It was the Star Wars motherfucker was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, cool. I was like, I don't want to walk all the way around though. You know what I mean? Like, because you got to go down the elevator and this whole thing. That's all good. He's like, just come back right back around and you good. Like, all right, cool. Brilliant. But maybe it's because like in both instances, it was like these joints is about to close. You know what I mean? But yeah, nevertheless, had a ton of fun. You know what I mean?
Now you're gonna go back and then he's gonna want to do the Savi's workshop and build his lightsaber, or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because because the first day that was one of the tantrums. Because we were about to walk up and I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna go in there if you don't want to get one. You know what I mean? I got you.
Wow. I can't believe the kid said, I don't want to do that. Or like,
well, he wanted to ride at this point because we were, all the kiddie rides. He loves all those, right? And then like we took him in this instance. We had took him on the Pirates, and he got freaked out off of Pirates. You know what I mean? It's funny. They said I freaked out on Pirates too when I was a kid. Definitely don't remember that. Yeah. But the Pirates back in the day wasn't as scary as it is now, because they look crazy now. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I love the pirate movies, so it's like,
yeah,
bro. I'm like, I'll show you the movies, bro. And he's like, I don't want to watch those movies.
Oh wow.
All right.
That's cool, man. I love pirates.
Yeah, I know.
Like that.
I asked him. So then I said, "So what did you like about the pirates? Were they scary?" He said, "No, it was the dip." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh, okay. He's not ready like that yet." But all the spinning around things like the teacups or the Dumbo or the, you know what I mean, the rocket ride, like he's fucking with all those. You know what I mean? But then he loves like the interactive shit. Like he loved the Buzz Lightyear game, right? Then I was like, okay, he's gonna love the Spider-Man and the Toy Story, and yeah, he fucked with all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the web slinger one, he got the highest scoring. He got the highest scoring, or the second highest of, or he got the highest scoring in our box. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there you go, son. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, he was loving that shit. The
Yeah,
cars, especially.
Yeah, the cars ride is really cool. That's one of the
tickets.
I personally like the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's my favorite ride over there, DCA.
Yeah.
And then, but the Radiator Springs and then the Incredicoaster, those are up there too.
Yeah, the Incredicoaster, it shut down like around because that was gonna be one of our, we did the what is it called? The Guardians. It was like at 6:00. Then we were gonna swing around, do the Incredicoaster, but then like it shut down over there. Like, and a lot of them too that were shut down, it would be like 15 minutes. We walk up and then it'd be like, oh, it's shut down. Because that's how it was with the Star Wars the first day. Oh shit, Star Wars, 15 minutes. Let's go. We get over there like, oh, it's shut down. We just haven't updated the app. I'm like, oh, okay. It was the same thing with the Incredicoaster. But Star Wars the second day was working. I was like, word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus
Star Wars ride is pretty. Like the first time I got to walk behind the scenes as what maintenance gets to see, I was like, I was always a Star Wars fan, but I kind of lost interest into it. I didn't really like the Rey story was fine or whatever, but I never messed with any of the cartoon stuff, all the stuff that was after the prequels, because I did like Revenge of the Sith, but mostly because of the lightsaber fighting. Like that was like they really took it up a level.
Especially that last scene when they're fighting in the magma, they're holding wrists and shit. That shit was hard.
But all the new stuff, I wasn't really huge into any of that stuff. But anyways, seeing that ride and how it works and all the stuff behind the scenes, I was like, I fucking love Star Wars again. All of a sudden, like my interest
rejuvenated.
I got rejuvenated. I was like, I want to work this attraction. I don't work that attraction. I do work Star Tours, but that was a cool ride to actually see how all that stuff
before it
comes together and how it operates.
Before it was that ride, that building was like the Marvel building. And like they had like a museum like of all the fucking legit Iron Man armors. Like they had like a whole like behind glass cases.
Over the Star Wars one?
Yeah, so this is like 2011.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge was a ground up construction. They expanded it. All that stuff back there used to be backlot for rehabs and annuals. So when, for example, when they needed to take a horse off of the carousel, they would take the horses off site and then they would paint them. They would repair the fiberglass or whatever, and then they would get it all done where Galaxy's Edge is. When they decided that they were going to create Galaxy's Edge, they had to find a spot to do all the back shop maintenance.
No, I'm talking about where that Star Wars ride, that building that it's in. Wasn't it like a Marvel shit before? Because they had all these video game areas and where you can play like.
Oh no! Yeah, you're talking about the Starcade over in Tomorrowland.
Okay.
So that Flowers update.
Starcade is still there. It's just empty. They don't got any because that used to be a vendor operated joint. So they had a video game company that came in and maintained.
In the 90s, when I went, like in 1998, when I went, so I was like in junior high, they had Mortal Kombat in there and Street Fighter.
Yeah. That building is still there. It's just next to Star Trader, the actual
the Star Wars store.
The store, yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that used to be the arcade over there, right where the bathrooms are.
Well, the arcade is still there. It's just an empty space.
Didn't they have like a theater area there too?
Yeah, Tomorrowland Theater it used to be for a bunch of different. The last movie was in there. That was the Honey I Shrunk the Audience.
Okay, that's the one.
But they shut that thing down like years ago. It's been longer than 10 years, probably like 15 years ago. The theater is still there. That's where we do our morning meetings. So all the leads and all the engineering service managers, they go over there and they tell everybody like what happened today and
it's crazy because the bathrooms still look exactly the same from back in the days. Maybe like the color's different. Maybe it's
old. That whole area was built in the 1970s. So that's just how it is. It's Tomorrowland of yesteryear. It's no longer Tomorrowland.
They had their fish and chips over there.
They should probably think about what they can do with the land, and if they have to shut it down and do something really, really cool to it, but it'd take like a couple years to do, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I just don't. I don't know if that's an actual plan. It's a rumor, but it's nothing.
I remember I went to go get a bacon. They had a little bacon burger over there, right? And they had like I was reading was on. It was like pickled relish and like some red onions, and I had like a lemon like mayo aioli type thing. I was like, oh, okay, let's go get that. And then I was like, and it said like, veggie Angus burger and veggie patties. And I'm thinking like, oh, is it 2 patties separate? So I asked him like, oh no, it's meat and veggie. And I was like, that's hella California. Like I'm like,
yeah,
you can't get more California than that, man. I was like, oh shit, they combined it. I'm like, okay, it was all right.
All right, Zay Flowers has a chance to play this weekend.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, that's a slim chance. He could be going this weekend.
Hey, did you talk about Roscoe's yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Roscoe's goes absolutely crazy. First of all, like it's a must every time we're down there. And like for years and years, I would have to break away and go with the homies at Roscoe's because then none of our ladies were like, "Oh, Roscoe's," they would talk about something they never even had. And then I finally got my girl on it years ago, and then she's on the hype. Like, okay, every time we're down there, you know what I mean. And listen, Roscoe's, it's all about the dark meat. And then it made me start thinking, I'm like, where do I get this dark meat at? You know what I mean? I want to start cooking dark meat chicken things at home.
Yeah, it's not hard. I throw them shits in the oven, man. It's that easy.
I mean, I'm a cooking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But like, but we're chicken thighs all day because you can't lose. You know what I mean?
No, chicken. That part it stays moist. It tastes good.
And if I'm doing wings,
it's versatile. You chop that thigh up into chunks and then throw it into a fried chicken batter and make yourself your own little popcorn chicken. Or what I do is usually I make my own little orange chicken.
See, and this is what
I like to do the orange chicken shit.
There you go. And see, this is my beef right here. Is I like popcorn chicken and things of that nature. Like I don't like when they use chicken breasts for these things. You know what I mean? If they use chicken thighs, be on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gotta be the thigh.
Yeah, come on.
Yo.
Yeah, but Roscoe's goes crazy, and then and it's crazy because I haven't even really expanded on their menu as much. Like, so I was trying to do this time. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna get some chili cheese fries.
Okay. I haven't fucked around with any of the chili stuff.
It was fire. You know what I mean? It was as I suspected. You know what
it's funny you say that because I always get the same thing every time. I always get the
I got the same thing.
Rice and the cornbread.
Yep, I get the two. Well, see, now it's a 2-piece, but you got to add a third now, apparently, because I was just like, I was just there a couple years ago, and they still had a 3-piece on the menu. But anyways, then definitely do the red beans and rice and the cornbread. You know what I'm saying? I get an extra cornbread too. But see, I got it. That was the order while I'm there. Then the chili cheese fries, and then I got one of them things. The same thing, the 2-piece
and the hot sauce.
Yeah,
the hot sauce for sure. You got to get because they got the what do they call that pepper? The Carolina Reaper. They got the Carolina Reaper sauce, And it's spicy, but it's not too spicy.
It's also tasty.
It tastes really good. I take that back. So if you're not a spicy fan, then you should fuck with it. But if you do like spicy foods, then it's not gonna like blow you out of the water. Go, it's the spiciest thing ever had.
The regular standard hot sauce is fire too.
The regular one, yeah, because they got 3. Sometimes you'll see the rooster sauce, the Louisiana brand has the rooster on it.
Yep.
They got that one, and then because that's like a vinegar sauce, and then they got the 2, the 2 that are Roscoe's, where they hired a Texas company to make sauces for them, and one of them is the Carolina Reaper, and that shit is actually pretty spicy. But it tastes it has good taste to it. There's flavor in it.
What I love about Roscoe's, though, they always plug you. Pause. Like for example, like when we was walking up in there to go sit down and eat this last time, like before we hit the road, you know what I mean? We sat down in that motherfucker, and then there was a dude he was picking up to go, but they have kind of messed up his order. So he's like, oh, and then he comes back again. He's like, oh, I think you gave me another order. He says, no, we gave you an extra bird. You know what I mean? And he's
That's
like,
tight.
Man, right? Then she comes over to take our order, and then Mimi, first of all, she walks up. She's like, yeah, I'm Auntie. She's like, welcome to Roscoe's. I'm Auntie. What was her name? Roxy or whatever she said her name was. And then Mimi right away, I'm hungry. She's like, oh, honey, you hungry? What do you want? She's like, waffle. And like, she never like goes in on waffles for real. And she's like, okay, hold on. She's like, I'm gonna bring you a waffle out right now before I even take everyone's order. And she comes back. She said, this is from your Uncle Roscoe and your Auntie Roxy, okay? And then, big ass giant waffle, and she just starts going in. You know what I mean? Obviously, we dress it up, some syrup, cut it up for her. She smacked out the whole waffle, bro.
Yeah.
Because all my kids fuck with waffles, but like Mimi, she's like she'll eat chicken for real, and so she ate chicken and waffles like for real, like simultaneously. Like Mimi can grab. Yeah, I mean,
the waffles are what's up. I most of the time don't get them.
Yeah, I tell them extra crispy.
The times that I do get them, I'm always happy with my decision, but it's not the one that I want. Like when I get there, I want the red beans and rice, and I want the chicken. Yeah, but more than anything, sometimes I want the cornbread because the cornbread is fire. Like
they give you a brick too.
That's the best cornbread I ever had in my life.
Give you like a brick.
And it's give me the whole pan. I want to take it home and actually have cornbread for days.
And their butter is fire out.
Yeah.
Like their syrup is good too.
And then Roscoe's chicken, when it's fresh, because you can tell it's too hot to eat sometimes. Yeah. But when you get it and it's actually fresh, because I know the one over by Disney, there's periods of times where there's nobody in the joint. So if they have chicken ready for you and you get in there and you get your chicken right away, I've been like, damn, I didn't time this right. But if you go in there and then they got people upstairs and downstairs, and then just like all the tables is packed, then you know you're getting some nice fresh chicken, and that shit is fucking bomb when it's fresh. Shout out to Roscoe's. The price is pretty good too, because the last time I go in there to get the thighs and the red beans and rice, I'm barely paying like $10-11 or something like that. It's not crazy at all.
It was like because I was gonna add on another piece too, right? Like while I was there, she was like, you could get for $14. She was like, you can get the whatever the freaking next level, and then you get the same size. I was like, cool, get that for the fam. You know what I mean? Like, when we sit down and eat, it's family style. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna have my plate too because I go in.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Especially when you're hungry, you get. It's a good and shout out to King D because in LBC they got a Roscoe's joint, but I think that's the actual original one, and I've always wanted to drive out there, but
I remember I went to the first one I ever went to is the one that is in Hollywood somewhere, or it's around Hollywood. Yeah, because we used to always be running around. Where Capitol and Universal, all them, you know what I mean? We used to be running around there all day trying to get deals for real. But we eat Roscoe's all day. Yeah, like Roscoe's.
And they got a full bar at the one over by Disneyland. when you go upstairs, they got an actual like horseshoe, and then all the alcohol. And so if you're staying in a hotel near Roscoe's, like that's the spot. That's where you got to go.
Yep.
So when the kids go to bed and
it's crazy because that's the only thing in that lot, huh?
Yeah, there's I think there's a bank, and then it's like a couple streets down is the Denny's, and then or not even a street. It's actually at the corner. When you get to that corner, there's the Denny's across the street, and then the gas station. There's it's that area is populated because of all the hotels. So you get people staying in those hotels. A lot of them don't know what Roscoe's is, and on the outside, it doesn't look like the most inviting place. But if you do Yelp, you're gonna hear about it. It's on there. Yeah, and then if you ask,
the most common thing people say to me, they go, "Man, what's all the hype about Roscoe's?" I'm like, "Bro, you just gotta eat the food, bro.
You just gotta go, and hopefully you get it timed right."
The hype about the food, and like I said, I'm like, everything's got to be good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I like it already. So then this last time, like, let me see the chili cheese fries are talking about. I'm like, okay, yeah,
yeah.
Now I'm like, and I've had their greens before. You know what I'm saying? And their cheese grits. I've had the cheese grits before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've never had cheese grits like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, this is what everybody's talking about. You know what I mean? And that usually happens the first couple times I go. When I just order me whatever, bro. You know what I mean? Order me what you get. Like, when I've never been somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the first couple times too, and then somebody goes, "Bro, you got to get the dark meat, bro." I'm like, "Oh, where?"
Yeah.
And then boom, then it was on ever since. Like, okay, oh yeah. Like
there's one chicken spot that I prefer chicken. It's called Gus's, and they actually entered the national fried chicken competition, and they won the bitch.
Word.
It's really fire.
They do fried chicken.
Yeah, deep fry their chicken. They're from Nashville.
Okay, so
but they started expanding, and they got a few of them in LA and Orange County. Here in Santa Ana, there's one on First Street. I'll go in there. It ain't cheap, but it's worth it if you like chicken.
Mall over there. Well, is there a mall somewhere in Santa Ana called like the South something Mall, South something Plaza? Those some fancy shit though.
I mean, there's the what is that mall over by the Cube? I don't really fuck with malls, but there is a mall off the side over by that Cube. The science
like from Newport Beach. It was like somewhere.
Newport Beach? Oh yeah. You're out of Santa Ana if you're going towards the coast like that.
Okay.
But
well, the sign said like 18 miles from Newport Beach. I remember that was like
there is a spot. Now that you mentioned that, yeah, there's a Red Robin that'll go over there, and they got a movie theater next to it, and then there's some other places.
Yeah, because
I don't know what that mall.
Bro, the bathrooms over there were like, hey, you just wave your hand, the door opens. I was like, oh, this is dope. I'm like, this is some shit right here, man.
That's funny. Hold on, let me check that mall out. Let me see what that is.
Yeah, because they had a Pop Mart over there because my kids are into that Pop Mart shit. You know what I mean? And they don't, you got to go all the way out the way for these things. So it's like, oh shit, the fact that we're only like 18 miles from this motherfucker. I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm like, let's take the kids to that shit.
Yeah, it could. You said it's South Coast. That makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's what it was called. Is that where the Red Robin you said was at?
Yeah, it's kind of in that area. There's a bunch of like car dealerships.
I really remember. I do remember like blowing like three. Like first I was in the car for like an hour just blowing, or like outside the car. Then my girl told me about how clean. She was like, "Dude, the bathrooms in here are hella crazy." I'm like, "What? They're dirty?" She's like, "No, they're like fucking high tech and shit." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna take a shit." I was like, "Let me go take let me go see what it's talking about." Because I'm real particular in public. I was just not shit in public at all. But it was like, oh, And she's like, they're super clean, and you wave your hands open door. I'm like, okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
That's funny. Because that was like, I was like, this is how the future should be. We should never have to touch nothing in bathrooms.
Or they got that UV light that just fucking kills all viruses as you walk through it.
That's pretty bad. There it is. See? Just like I remember when all the COVID shit was happening in Hawaii, like in the nicer areas in Hawaii, they had this shit you walk through and it like you walk through and it sprays you, and then you like go through this UV light shit, but it like fucking sanitizes you, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, South Coast Plaza. Yeah, that's the joint that you guys went to.
Yeah. Is that Santa Ana still?
Yeah, that would be considered Santa Ana. I guess you could call it Costa Mesa. Maybe Santa Ana is between the two cities, but yeah, down there is actually called South Coast. But but it is, like I guess it. If I was gonna consider it a part of an area, maybe I would still say that was in Santa Ana because it ain't too far from MacArthur, and MacArthur is kind of like still Santa Ana-ish.
Yeah,
that's the South.
We was because then and it was definitely on me because I was just, what I mean, I'm wearing a shirt with me on my shirt. I was wearing the Bogies Road shirt. And I was standing in the park. I was just blowing.
Yeah,
the little security camp, the little driving by. I was just, I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah, that's just funny. And then when we were driving out, there was another. It was the one time when we're driving in and driving out where you're passing through the fire areas that was like the closest. You know what I'm talking about? It's north though. Like north.
Probably driving through Santa Clarita, like that whole like mountain pass before you get to the valley.
Exactly, that one. Because you can see it in the distance, it's just on fire. And then like we had we were going through quite a bit of traffic because we were coming from that mall now. You know what I mean? Where we could have just left on the 5 and been cool.
I see many of the people that lived there in the Palisades are now looks like they're going to buy homes in Orange County and stuff like that because
they're rich.
Yeah, but
it's the other city. What's the neighboring city in the Palisades?
They were talking about Orange County and they were talking about Huntington Beach. People are going to be moving to because I was watching.
That's where I'm trying to move to.
Better get on it now, kid.
One of those freaking $1 million listing. Was it Josh Flagg or the other dude, Josh Altman? He said
$1 million only gets you a 2-bedroom condo.
Exactly. He said
in Newport,
10 to 15 years for the Palisades to be built again.
For the Palisades cats, because those houses are more than $1 million. Let's be honest. Like I think the average house is like $4 million in Palisades.
Those people probably weren't even at their houses when they burnt down. To be honest, but those are like people that just own hella properties type of shit.
But
just rent the property.
It's the one that
we're in the very much when you because a lot of people they want to.
What's that other city, bro? It starts with an A. It starts with an A. It's like
Anaheim.
No. Man, it's another city right there, or at least another area of that city where, like, you know what I mean, you got blue collar folks, you know what I mean? Those are the ones that they're fucked, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more of them than there is them rich folks too.
Well, they said a lot of people didn't have freaking insurance, which was crazy.
Well, because
you can't get fire insurance.
Yeah, it's not that they didn't have it. They don't have fire. No. You got to be rich as hell, and when I say rich as hell, because you can insure yourself. You know what I mean? In that instant, like these fools that lose the $10 million houses, they're not sweating, bro. But it's the ones that lost their homes that they've been in their whole, you know what I mean?
Exactly, like 70 years.
Hard to buy this house, and you know, I mean, single family homes.
Yep.
With fucking, you know, kids and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, thankfully, you boys, none of you boys were affected about it.
Yeah, it's sad to say we were kind of used to fires and shit, but like this one was different because it was like a perfect storm with like the winds and all that.
I watched that YouTube video you sent the feed.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, that was still speculation, you know what I mean? But Could be from some fireworks or even some kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some other footage of some kids running out of the fucking thing with some gas cans and shit.
The Palisades, they're just south of Malibu. Malibu, you know how much those houses go for?
Oh, they're
$1 million.
120 million.
Whoa! So it's like a whole mountain.
In other words,
whole house on a
you
mountain.
got bread to spend.
I'm in the West Wing.
You got bread to spend.
I mean, because think about this. You had to probably build a whole infrastructure just to build a house on there first. You know what I mean? Like, I want to live on this mountain.
They got houses.
Build roads to get there.
The nicest houses though, they got the beachfront. They're on a hill. They're mansions. They're villas. They're fat houses. But yeah, the ones that are kind of like, I guess like they're 3-story. They're multi levels, but they cram them together where you don't have very much like property. But even those ones they're 40 million on the hills. They're big enough to have a pool, and you got like 4 or 5 bedrooms, but they're not mansions. You know what I mean? Those are still like $40 million houses.
Yeah, we're talking like 5,000 square feet,
something like that, maybe. Yeah.
When is the national championship game? Is that this week? Is this coming Monday?
Yeah, I think so. The Natties, I don't even know who's in it.
Is it a 2-week playoff?
It's Notre Dame and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Notre Dame winning it. I hate Ohio State. I'm sorry.
So much hating. So much.
No,
hate.
I'm just not a fan of Ohio State. Never have been.
I had a Buckeyes jacket and a Notre Dame jacket when I was a kid.
I had a Notre Dame jacket. Yeah.
Starter jackets was hard back in the day.
Oh, those were the best. I think I had a Charlotte Hornet one, a Bulls one, and something I forget, and a Celtics one.
I had a bunch of college joints because they were given to me, but I had a Michigan joint with the Wolverine on the back.
Those are some dope ones, yeah.
What was it? I had a Buckeyes one. It was like pleather. That shit was hard. I think I gave that to Steamboat actually. At one point, I was like, "You can have his shit," because he was all Buckeye crazy that year. What was it? Damn, yeah. I had an Oregon joint when I was a kid. Kid, where he had the backwards. It was the duck with the backwards hat on it. That shit was hard. What was the other one we were talking about? Oh yeah, and I had a Notre Dame all green. The motherfucker got his dukes up.
Oh yeah. Oh, the old one, yeah. The old logos were the best.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, them things go. Yeah, them things still go.
They're starting to come back now, those old jackets.
No, that's what I'm saying. Them things still go.
I think my cousin bought me a 49er one. It was a big parka. I had just as my first football jacket was it was a big long 49er goose down 49er jacket.
Sick.
Yeah.
Starter?
Yeah, big parka one, yep.
Little starter coats.
Yeah.
What up? Yeah, I think you got anything else for us? Anything else pop up, Lee?
No, just the Zay Flowers stuff. Let's see. Dallas Goedert's back at practice on Friday. Let me just do a rundown. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Let's do it real quick. I'm just going to my.
Then we'll probably close this thing up.
Yeah, let's see. All right. Let's see. Zay Flowers now has a chance to play. A.J. Brown is practicing Friday. Dallas Goedert back to practice. Joe Tooney. Alex Anderson trending in the right direction to play for the Bills. Ray Davis remains in the concussion protocol. Joe Mixon believed to have a real chance to play Saturday.
Yeah, I had to pick up Ty Johnson. That was my number one pickup. I was like, Ray Davis not playing.
What's that?
With Ray Davis potentially not playing.
Yeah.
Felt like
too quick in the protocol.
Yeah.
If he would have, because what are they? Well, I guess it was Saturday to Sunday, but if he ain't progressing, he not practicing today.
They said Mixon's gonna be a true 90-minute game time decision.
Damn, this is fucked up.
I guess the good thing is that Pierce is probably still available out there.
Yeah,
I know.
You know, I'm thinking about that right now.
I don't like. I almost like. I was already.
I'm not dropping anybody for Pierce to play.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
That's the cool thing about this is that you don't get a bench, so
exactly.
You're going to be
maybe outside the Mixon guy, but it's like you're going to drop Mixon. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not dropping Mixon.
Exactly.
I ain't dropping any of my other pieces. I would have to do maybe Ty Johnson, but I'm not dropping Ty Johnson either.
And then even Khalif Raymond, I'm holding on to Khalif Raymond. I was thinking like, man, I don't even want to drop him for Khalif Raymond.
Right.
Yeah. Or drop for David Pierce.
We're just waiting it out. It's gonna be a mad dash.
Exactly.
It'll be a mad dash.
Yep, it will be.
Well, I'm glad that you actually started this baseball thing, man. I'm actually getting kind of excited for that. I haven't played baseball in 6 years. Fantasy baseball.
Oh yeah,
I used to be tough with it though, so
yeah.
I think with working nights, I can I have plenty of time to.
And yeah, you can nail the waivers because you were.
Well, the waivers is one thing, but being able to research and figure out because they'll tell you the pitching matchups days in advance.
Yeah,
so you'll
exactly.
You'll know who the hot pitchers are going up against, what kind of lineups they're gonna face, and then be able to plan accordingly.
Yeah, because I told Steamboat I had 16 leagues on Yahoo, and I'm like, God damn, this leagues I don't enjoy.
Baseball?
Yeah,
that's a lot. 16, and then I'm like, so I cut them down all to. So now with the GW, I have 10 leagues total now. I can manage that because that's manageable. Yeah,
that because 16 was like. That's way too much, man. Because you're doing waivers. I'm like, oh man, I just don't. And then some days, some of my leagues would just sit there. I'm like, that shit. So any leagues that like I was in like rebuild mode, I'm like, forget that. Or the ones I didn't enjoy with people that are in it, I got rid of. So I cut down 6 leagues. So I was like, I was fine with that. And I said 10 was the perfect number.
I never done any keeper leagues or dynasties and baseball.
I'm in all keeper and dynasties basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've done that. I got leagues that are like in year 5 now. I've done it from basically since COVID. I was basically active in baseball. I mean, I've always been active in baseball, but during COVID, there was nothing going on. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
I mean, the same thing with me. Like I played in fantasy leagues where like I knew everybody. Like I hosted leagues, or whatever, but I knew everybody in real life. Then once like 2020 came around, you start doing content with other cats, and now we're in leagues with, you know what I mean? And boom, the rest is history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because now it's like I get the home league feel with a lot of these cats. Like, I mean, shit, we actually rocking with the homies though. You know what I mean? So it's
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not just like, okay, we're online and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what time are we gonna fire up for the show for tomorrow? Like the games at first one's at 3:30, right?
Yeah, your time. Yeah, well,
that's 1:30 your time.
I mean, usually we fire up like game time. You know what I mean? So
okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's Saturday, so you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'll be able to rock for sure.
All right, fellas. You have to enjoy the rest of your day, kidda. You working tonight?
No, today is my Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to get on that other schedule though. That would be nice to be able to have Saturday night, Sunday night off. It's a little bit late if you ask me, because it would have been nice to be able to actually have a full Sunday session and really get fucked up on football Sunday. You know, like I do it moderately. I do it within
reason, right?
but if I had that motherfucking Sunday off entirely, man, I'm getting turned. I already act a fool every once in a while, but damn, I'll definitely be acting a fool on this upcoming season, because I for sure feel like by next year I'll have Sundays off. So
Kidda, you think that's a good date for the draft, March 2nd, or because I only did that because I know I'd be moved, but I did that because I'd be moved by then. You know what I'm saying?
So when I'm sending out invitations, I'm saying this is an early invite that the draft is not set.
Yeah.
But
is March time? Is that draft season?
Well, pitchers and catchers don't report till freaking February 17th.
Yeah. So, it's not unreasonable. I'd rather get a full 16 in there. Throw a thread up and say, hey, this is the date that we're thinking.
Yeah, tentative. Yeah,
because it's I like to do live auction drafts in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be able to get all 16 people ready to throw their bids in and do.
This is gonna be another one that this is gonna be another different league.
No, this is the league.
Oh, the same one. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm co-commissioning it with Lee. And I suggested something, and he said, "Hey, why don't you just rock with it?" So I set up the rosters and the scoring, and then when it comes to the draft, baseball leagues, a serious baseball league should be set up for auction drafts, not
because Spencer said to me, "Is it going to be a buy-in?" I said, "I'll talk to everyone involved." He goes,
I wasn't planning on doing anything.
Not at all. I told him, I said, no, it's just free. And I said, if we want to do that next year, we can do that next year. So, you know what I'm saying? I said, let's just get the league going first. That's what I told him.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's hard to get 16 people committed for cash pots.
Exactly, because you have to. Because the next year they went out or something like that. You know, I know. Hell yeah.
It's hard, and baseball is for the
love of it.
There's so many players that you really don't get real competitive until you start having that 14, 16 team league. If you're doing a 10 team baseball league, everybody's got studs, and it's not really
they have at least 3 or 4 studs.
And like one team will be like, well, I pushed. Let's say they pushed hitters and they went heavy starters, and then they get all the pitching stats and they're just picking up hitters and the remnants of the hitters after 5-6 rounds are still heavy hitters.
Exactly.
And it just doesn't.
It doesn't equate.
It's because there's more playmakers in baseball than there are in football. You don't got no offensive line that doesn't get fantasy stats. You're not talking about a third wide receiver that doesn't do shit. Everybody gets like 3 to 4 at bats. The pitchers, we're trying to push 6+ innings out of our starters, and then our relievers, we want to have 1 great inning, potentially like 2 to 3 strikeouts per inning, and then hopefully they have a lead so you can get a hold, or with your closer, just having a strong closer is going to be useful, but it's not mandatory. We just do relief pitchers. A save is a little bit more valuable than a hold. So relievers, if you get a high strikeout, low walk, low ERA reliever, then that's going to be valuable because they can play multiple days in a row. But you're only going to be able to start at least 6 relievers, and then with the 5 starters, you could start up to 5 starters, but that's going to be by coincidence most of the time because you're only going to have 2 bench spots. So there, oftentimes you're going to have a situation where some of the people that are on your starting lineup, they're not actually going to be playing that day because they're not pitching. But
Robert Sala's got another interview with the 49ers today on the DC job.
Okay, there you go. Come back home. We'll do that. We're okay with that.
Yeah. Well, your defense was nasty when he was there too, man.
Yeah, and then I'd even argue nastier with Demeeks. So let's just bring this anything at this point.
Some positive news, right, Bogey?
Yeah. But yeah, on that note.
All right, fellas, you have a wonderful day, and I'll touch base with you tomorrow morning.
Yep, I'll see you tomorrow.
You know what I mean? Just always a pleasure rocking with the ear to the streets. You know what I'm saying? My man, the Cat Man himself.
And JD's in the house, but he's incognito.
Yeah. He's behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And shout out to our man JD and our man the Neon Peacock and the entire Guru Nation. You know
and Peacock have a blast tomorrow at the game. Happy safe travels.
Safe travels, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I mean? We're there's a good part of me that's rooting for the Texans in this one because fuck the Chiefs, you know what I mean? So, and shout out to neonpeacockmerch.com, our proud sponsor as well. You know what I mean? Be on the lookout. We got another sale coming up soon. I can feel it, but also because I know from behind the scenes that there is a sale coming up. But yeah, and then check out the new designs on there. Shout out to the Optimus Prime design that just got put up. It's a mashup with him and my producer. Shout out to Prime One. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, happy Friday. Be safe out there. You know what I mean?
All right, fellas. Yep. Peace.
Peace.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.